How has it been to run Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban from the driver's seat? How have the key verticals performed? How have the technological and innovative strategies contributed to the landmark success of the mission? Shri Durga Shankar Mishra, Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, tells us the experience of steering Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban to new heights. Let's listen in.
Sir, I will turn to other vertical of Prime Minister Awas Yojana, that Great Link subsidy scheme. We know, sir, in the initial year it was not performing well, but it turned the corner, and today we have 16 lakh beneficiaries. So I would like to know, sir, how you could make it happen and how you could make it the turnaround.
Well, that's very good question, Bagre Sahab. In fact, when I joined in June 2017, I remember the progress was around 1 lakh or so.
Yes, sir. First year was 5,500, then 25,000, then 50,000. So that's about 90,000.
It was around 1 lakh or so, and today it is more than 16 lakhs. What made the difference? I think people started believing that they can do it. Because when I met Amrit and met his team, they thought that, sir, earlier in its precursor, there was a Rajiv Awas Yojana, again Rajiv Rin Yojana, under which the total progress has been only 18,000 in 10 years. And they were giving me examples across the globe where such kind of housing scheme has not done well. In fact, I was being convinced by everybody that this is one area which you should not attend to. And I told them, no, I do not agree with you. This scheme has got a huge potential. We only need to change the way we see the scheme. And then I remember Ramakrishnan, or what was his name? Kalyan Raman, and this. Maybe every week I was meeting, we were trying to understand the scheme, get into the depth, take the deep dive and strategize. And then we could find that we could crack the solution. And the real thing came after the Honorable Prime Minister's review of the grievances in the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, when he found that the most grievances were coming from the credit link subsidy scheme. And we have already understood the scheme, every nuts and bolt of the scheme. Then we came up with a CLAP. And the CLAP was a complete transformation. We can chase using the technology right from the application till the end. And then the progress has been tremendous. Yeah. In fact, from 1 lakh to 16.5 lakhs is a big journey. And I give this credit to my whole team. I mean, my team includes my mission, my team includes the National Housing Bank, and through them, the various other banks. For the first time, we got State Bank of India as one of our, earlier it was only HUDCO and National Housing Bank, but we got SBI, and SBI has been doing so well. We talked to the banks. I had various meetings with the senior officials from the bank. I talked to directly to the highest level at the banks. And I found that all of them wanted to do. They had some problems here and there. Those problems, like there were some sharp edges. Those sharp edges have been smoothened, and then we had got the very good progress. And today, I think nearly 6 lakhs is our progress under the MIG, and more than 10 lakhs, almost I think 10.5 lakhs is the progress under the LIG and the economically weaker section.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, we have seen that our total sanction exceeds what has been the demand assessment in the country, sir. Now we stand at 113 lakh houses. You have toured various parts of the country, sir, and I think that has been instrumental in coming to this number. Sir, what have been your thoughts when you met and experiences when you met so many beneficiaries of different verticals all over the country, sir?
In fact, let me tell you, that's my joy. I can say that I really feel so happy when I meet any family. The eyes of the young children, I see the kind of change. In the eyes of the lady, the gentleman, that's the kind of happiness, and that makes my commitment still much more deeper, stronger, and I really want to do much more for them. Because house to everybody, even to me, when I got my house in Lucknow, it brought so much of joy to me. I find for everybody, house is one thing which is their lifetime ambition. And I think this is one scheme which has touched the life of everybody. And credit to Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi that he could envision, and through his not only envision, but he has also through his direct guidance and direction has got it implemented across the country.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, my next question, which is very important aspect of the scheme, is on the technology. Sir, we have seen that we have brought technology into the monitoring, but over my last few days interactions, I have also seen technology being introduced into the construction sector, sir. Sir, you have been a driver both for the scheme as well as GSTC, Global Housing Technology Challenge. Sir, I would be happy if you could tell us more about how this idea of GSTC came about, sir.
In fact, the idea comes from one of the Pragati meeting. I remember July 2017. That was my first Pragati as Secretary of this ministry. While reviewing, the Honorable Prime Minister asked me that you are going to construct more than 1 crore houses under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Can you think of something by which you can use this opportunity to get the best construction technology from the globe in our country? So I told him, sir, we can organize a big, that was my immediate answer to him in the Pragati meeting. And I think Amrit was also sitting there listening to me. I told him, sir, we can organize a big conference come expo in which we can ask the technologies to make exhibition, and we can do that. He said, no, you need to think more and come out with something which will make this happen. And I think his direction guided me to think more, to consult with all the kinds of stakeholders. In fact, while I was doing my MBA in Sydney, at that time I had seen one of my faculty building got constructed just in 6 to 7 months, 3-storied building, got constructed in just say around 6 to 7 months, and complete furnished everything was within 9 months. At that time, being an engineer, I was very curious and I used to visit that place and used to see how things were happening, trying to see the technology, what they were doing in my university. But here was the Prime Minister who had given me this chance. I talked to people from MIT, from we got from the Bloomberg, from IITs, from various other technical fields, and various other, a lot of people started talking. There's a World Resource Institute and other such kind of knowledge bodies. So we had various kinds of discussions, various kinds of workshops. What is that we can do? In fact, we were groping in the dark. And Amrit will remember that we had organized one conference, and it was a global conference where we had invited people from abroad and people from India to come and think over it. It was say around 40-50 people had to sit together, apply their brain for 2 days and come out with something which will work. And on airport, our flight was late. On the airport, I just sat. When the flight is late, I just sat and drew some sketches. What is that was going in my mind? Because my mind was continuously working on it. And that sketch is still available. You can see that, I could see the Honorable Prime Minister's directions coming to me directly, and I was thinking, what is that we can do? And that sketch was discussed in the conference. We further improved it, and I think that has come in 3 forms. 1, we organized a Construction Technology India conference where we invited the best construction technology, which were proven technology from across the globe, and it was opened by our Honorable Prime Minister himself in March 2019. Some 54 new technologies participated, and they all came with excitement because we had a conference with all the ambassadors, and I had written to all our Indian ambassadors abroad to invite everybody to participate. There was a lot of campaign. Some 54 new technology participated, and there was a lot of excitement in our technical group to see, to understand. A lot of people saw that exhibition, the new kind of thing which was possible. Second, we also selected one city because not possible to have this kind of technology on a big level because it was to start with. So we tried to select 6 cities in 6 regions, and that was the challenge process. We have selected Chennai, Rajkot, Lucknow, Indore, Agartala and Ranchi. Then we matched to these 6 cities 6 different technologies through a competitive process, through a bidding process. And now on 1st of January this year, Honorable Prime Minister has, along with the concerned Honorable Chief Minister, they laid foundation of these works at 6 places which we call lighthouse projects. And there's a lot of excitement across the country. We have, I think, almost like 20,000 technograhis are seeing what is happening. A lot of institutions have started some studies on MTech studies or PhD studies on these technologies, because ultimately when the Honorable Prime Minister spoke on 1st of January, he requested, he appealed to our technical people that they should utilize this to adopt this technology to their requirement, and they should become like Indian technology. And I think they're all doing very well. The third thing was on the ASA, Affordable Sustainable Housing Accelerators. ASA, the idea came from MIT. They have got something like this. They have got a technology accelerators. So we named it as ASA. It's like a hope. And we have instituted it in 4 IITs, IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Roorkee. And the 5th is on the Central Building Research Institute, CBRI of Jorhat. The idea is to get our young people, young creative people, give them a kind of ecosystem where they can come out with new kind of technology, new kind of material. Material means which is local material or waste material, something where you do good to the nature. And a new kind of construction technologies to which you require less water or maybe less of various things. You have to just optimize, reduce the requirement, and ultimately use that for acceleration. Acceleration means to make them market ready. And there WRI is helping us. World Resource Institute is helping us to accelerate them. In fact, some of them are already in the market now. Their products are in the market, they are being used by others because through acceleration process, in fact, I do not remember the number, so more than 50 of them had been selected in that CTI, and WRI has worked with them. They are all now into the market right now. So all these 3 things together, we create a kind of a environment in which technology is promoted, and we are going to organize a Construction Technology India Fair again. It's exhibition come conference in 2022, which will bring a lot of new technology from across the globe. We are also using this through the capacity building program. You've got 2 programs, one through the Technograhi where we are focused on these 6 technologies, but also a Navreet program. Navreet is a program developed by School of Planning and Architecture, Delhi, and our BMTPC, this is Building Material Technology Promotion Council, which is under my ministry. So together they have come out with a program. It's a IT-based program on a digital platform. They can understand all these 54 new technologies, and also they can visit one of the 6 places and get the first-hand experience about the new technology. Also, we have developed this Vulnerability Atlas of India, something which was available. In fact, I have a copy here in my room. If I challenge any of you, if you can hold it for 5 minutes, you'll get tired. It's so voluminous, so heavy. But now it is on the tip of a pen drive. It is available in a soft copy. And we have developed a program. It's a technology program where you can learn about the vulnerability of different kind, whether it is a high pressure wind cyclone or whether it is flooding or landslide or earthquake. So which places in the country it is vulnerable, and what are the technological measures through which you can address that. Whatever, whether you are making a bridge or you are making a road or you are making a building, you should be aware of that. And through the NDMA, we are popularizing this program so that in every construction activities, these things are factored in, so that they are not vulnerable to the various kinds of the natural disasters.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for giving us the genesis of a very important technology intervention in the housing scheme, sir. The question of equity and social inclusion in its implementation and design, sir.
In fact, the whole scheme is designed as an inclusive scheme. And the total population living in the urban areas, as I said, currently will be around 45 to 46 crores. But some 5 crore people whose lives have been impacted are those who have been the left outs. Those who did not have enough houses, those who had inadequate houses, now they have been made part of the mainstream economy. They have been contributing a lot. If you see these people, the urban economy cannot function without them. They provide labor, they provide various essential tasks, whether it is the market or whether it is the education, anywhere. Yet, they were compromising on their own quality of life, and through this PMAY, they are going to become happy house owners, and that integrates them to the main economy. I think the whole thought is about the inclusive economy.